Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to The Privacy Guy. Today I want to talk about the information that we're trying to keep private on the internet. Privacy advocates often talk about, Facebook's bad, Google's bad, Apple's bad, Amazon's bad, but they don't really focus on the information itself that we're trying to keep private. So I just want to give you kind of an overview of why I take privacy seriously and the bits of information that I'd like to keep private rather than broadcast out to the world. So first of all, I think the best place to start would be I don't want to share my daily activities with other people and with other corporations, with businesses, whoever, and these bits of information about what I do during my day, what I read on the internet, the places I go, the products I buy. That information is valuable and it's monetizable by companies like Google and Facebook who serve ads based on people's behavior and interests. So I choose to keep that information private as much as I can. And the ways I do this are minimizing the touch points I have with the technologies and the products that collect my information. So, Google Home devices, I don't have those in my home. Using those services on the internet themselves, I don't use them. I avoid using them. I know there are times because of what my job is that I do end up having to use Facebook, but if I have an account, I minimize the data that I share by not logging in on my devices, by using a VPN to connect, by using a separate browser, by not using my real name, all that stuff as much as possible to try to minimize the tracking that these companies do. I turn off location settings on my phone. I choose iOS over Android, even though iOS has some privacy issues as far as some people are concerned. But I try to minimize the touch points I have with these services. And if you want to use these services, if you want Instagram, if you want TikTok, if you want to have Amazon and Google apps installed on your phone, then go for it. But if you take privacy seriously, these apps are not a good thing to have. Simply because they make money off of your behavior, they make money off of your demographic information, because they're able to target you with ads based on that stuff. And if you don't give them that information, then they're not able to do that as well. You're limiting the power that they have to influence you and your purchasing decisions, and I think it's a good thing. And then this kind of ties in, but I also just don't want to share my location with people. I don't want to share my location with the apps I have downloaded. I don't want to share my location with, potentially law enforcement, with a number of people. So the ways I can do that are, keep my devices on airplane mode if I don't need the internet. And even then, they can probably still track your location. Turn off all location services on your phone if you're not, needing to use a map or something to determine where you are. And then just don't keep apps installed on your phone. You can delete your apps. And then maybe just use a de-Googled phone that doesn't have a connection to a Google account, that blocks Google services, and that doesn't really use the internet unless you're using phone calls or text messages or something like that. So yeah, keep your location data private. It's important. And then next up is kind of the more sensitive stuff, the stuff that's probably in accounts that you have with different companies, like maybe your bank account or your email account or your medical record account. Like maybe your doctor has you log into their website for scheduling. this kind of information is the stuff that, we think we're keeping pretty private online because it's protected by a password, and we can't access it unless we type in a password. But the very nature of this information being online allows for it to potentially be hacked or potentially be viewed by someone who shouldn't be viewing it. So if possible, keep those things offline. Don't sign up for the bank account app. Just use your ATM card, go to the ATM. And a lot of these things are inconvenient, but if you take privacy seriously, they're kind of sacrifices that you're going to have to make in order to prevent your data from being compromised in certain ways. So those are just a few bits of information that I think are important to keep private, that are easily overlooked, and just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of information about why you should keep those private and how to do so. So thanks for tuning in today. I'd appreciate you subscribing if you made it this far in the video, but otherwise stay tuned for more videos later this week, and stay private, everybody.